Welcome to episode 415 of the Upper Bowl podcast. The Dunkin' Dad is back from cruising the seas of the Atlantic Ocean. We have Cubs Cardinals. We have Cubs Sox. We got beatdowns. When I mean beatdowns, we got maybe 4-on-1, 4-on-2, 5-on-2. Cubs White Sox fans, mostly the White Sox fans fighting in the bleachers. We got that. Football is here. Do we care about joint practice being an all-time thing, especially if you're ESP making it a big deal, and so much more? The Dunkin' Dad, how are you doing? And I got to say, are you paying attention to ESP's Twitter account today?
Everyone, thank you for having me back here on the Upper Bowl podcast. It's truly a pleasure to be joined by my favorite cohort, the Trevor Harris. Yes, the cruise was fun. Shout out and apologies to the Parrot Lounge. If you know, you know. Are we watching practice? Practice, like Alan said, we're talking about practice. What I'm concerned about practice, and I know this is going to sound really old man, point at the sky kind of stuff. Just nobody get hurt. Let's just get to the soup and nuts. This matchup, that matchup, we blow things so much out of proportion. People get out there and what are you worried about? You're worried about these MCL tears, these ACL tears. Texans just lost their number 2 stud little receiver right at the beginning of practice yesterday.
Today.
You got to make content for the radio nowadays. And I'm not going to crap all over the radio because there are decent radio programs and radio hosts out there. We appreciate some. Got some guys that, build us up. We lift them up as well. But when you try to make really meaningless conversation over stuff, look, the guy was here. He didn't want to be here. He just so happened to have a practice against this team. Okay, for 2 seconds, you look at it and you're like, oh, look at this matchup. And then you move on. Why? Because you're not going to see New England forever.
No.
You got a brand new
next year, by the way.
Not until next year, right? Unless you meet him in the Super Bowl, touch wood, right? Like, you've got a brand new offense. I'm more concerned about, let's get this offense running. Mm-hmm. Let's get in sync. Let's make sure the defensive players are in position and they're getting the reps and they're actually gelling as we add new pieces on the outside. We got some nice young linebackers as well. You just paid your 2 guys up front boatloads of money. How are they digesting everything?
One's currently injured with a pec, by the way.
That's what I mean. You don't want, this is when you're in the test kitchen, right?
Yeah.
Or you're in the lab and you're fooling around with stuff. You don't get super excited until you put it out into the real world. You know what I mean? What's the real taste going to be? Now, does it work? Does it go together?
Like a prototype car,
a prototype car. Yeah, exactly. Look, donkey run your mouth. You don't care. It's a big thing. It's this whole story on the off season. Blah blah blah.
Who cares?
Who cares? Right? And
fucking cares.
That's the point, right? The point is if you were really concerned about it, this is exactly what you're going to do. If you're happy that the guy's gone and he's moved on and he's in a new place, then guess what? You look at it. They line up. They have shared practice. That's good. Move on.
Exactly.
Move on. Just move on. You're paying attention. This, you know what this is? This reminds me of this preseason hype of just fill space. I've graduated now from the Mount Rushmores to, now I got to watch joint practices. Who gives a shit about joint practices? As long as nobody's getting hurt, I'm looking at it. What I'm doing on offense, what I'm doing on defense. Am I being efficient? Am I learning? Am I in the right position? Because guess what? These games don't count. These practices, they don't count. So get out there, scream, yell, hit each other in the head. Make all the clicks, whatever. But look, the first week of the season is a couple weeks away. That's what I'm concerned about. Get everybody there healthy. Get everybody on the same page.
Yeah, let's get ready for Redskin Week, as some people may call it. Do we call it Redskin Week or Washington Week?
We can go off on football rants in the season.
Dallas Week is dead. Anyways,
Dallas Week is dead.
Giants Week is dead.
The only thing that's going to happen with the Redskin Commander Week is going to be the BS number 5 crap that everybody's going to throw up in Jaden Daniels' face, which has been played out since he opened up his mouth.
Yeah. Well, if I were all the Eagle fans, I would start wearing number 5 McNabb. Get the McNabb jerseys out.
Get the McNabb jerseys.
Get the McNabb jerseys out. Have McNabb be the honorary captain for the Eagles.
He did play for both teams. He did play for both teams.
And he wore number 5 anyways, too.
Number 5 will always love you.
I know. I don't have that.
You're
drop,
going out
but-
there. You're going out west pretty soon. Why don't you stop by Donovan's house and knock on the door and see if he's available?
Yo, Donnie, yo, Mr. McNabb, how you doing? You're the true number 5. Can you make sure you tell that to a few people? Also tell that to Jeff Garcia as well, even though he wore number 7 with the Eagles. He's also a true number 5 as well, anyways, when you look at when he played his football career, anyways. So
He is. All right. Anyway, that was a lot, but yes, come on, man.
that was perfect, actually. We even had a show in almost a week, anyways. We touched on it this week with Carter Freeman, our special guest. He works for Fox 4 DFW News, by the way. Also, Musings on Music. He will get to him soon. We talk a lot of college football, by the way. A lot of ball talk, ball knowledge.
Not DFA, DFW.
DFW, anyways. So we do like our guests from DFW, by the way. We open them up and we hug them, anyways. We know they go through a lot of stuff, anyways. They have a baseball team that's it's currently 500 at best in the worst division of baseball since the 05 NL West, by the way. The basketball team and the Stars are finally agreeing on an arena a little bit. Doesn't look promising, but who knows? And the Cowboys are the Cowboys, anyways, by the way.
That's right. That's right, baby.
That's why. So we have a lot to talk about. We do have a lot of baseball talk.
Tons of baseball.
College football. We have our own little segments. Me and Carter Freeman. We talk for almost. You can enjoy it, anyways. Preseason week 1. The Eagles lost to the Ravens 24-7. Did you care, or did you watch? Because I did not watch a single second of the game. By the way,
2 seconds. Put it on, I think, midway through the 3rd, and it turned it right off.
Yep. That's me. If none of the starters are playing, I'm not caring. I know we have a new offense.
Yeah.
I know the Eagles don't like playing their starters.
Yep.
I.e., the famous thing that ever happened was Stuart Bradley tearing his ACL on flight night. Anyways, can we get some reps for the offense? Just give them a series at least. Am I crazy to say that?
No, and that's one of the big misnomers that.
That's my red flag.
Yeah, it really is, right? Brady made a comment, and he had posted up on Instagram where he was like, it's preseason, but still play. It's football time, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
NFL football.
It's kind of soft these days, by the way.
Yeah, I say it's kind of, well, I mean, okay, we'll say it's soft. But NFL football specifically, right? Like, your body, it needs to acclimate to the hits. It needs to acclimate to the small, intricate start-stop movements. It needs to acclimate to your body being contorted and twisted in a certain way. Now, granted, like, again, you don't want anybody to get hurt, but it's sort of like driving a car. It's like, great license, great testing, great everything. Now
it's like driving a stick shift for the first time. How about that?
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Right. So, like, and even when you get it back into the car after a couple of days off, right? After a week off or something like that, there's a little bit of like, okay, let me get back up to speed. Football, you really do need to words like hit the ground running, but like you do need to hit the ground running because your body needs to be ready for now. The veterans, we know what's going on when they play, blah, blah. I get that, but there's nothing. I don't care how big you are, how small you are, how short, how fat, how tall, how big, whatever. When you get whacked for the first time,
we will get up and go.
Even if you've been doing it for 20 years, it still rings a bell. Like, okay, this is real. Here we go again. And if you've kind of just laissez-faire through it, and now you line up week 1, and you get blown out of the water
at home,
you're like, oh crap! Now, granted, talent over Kentucky, Duncan, blah, blah, blah. But this is why we have teams every year start out 3-0.
Yeah.
4-0. Think about the Saints, right? Think about the Chargers a couple years ago. Like, and you're like, oh my God, these teams are amazing. But like, that's because they have prepared their guys. Most of their starters have been playing a majority of the preseason. Yeah. And they're at this particular speed. Now, the other teams, a little time to warm up. You want to be healthy in January. I get that. Yeah. But come on, man. Don't put yourself in a spot where you're digging a hole for yourself.
You're too, like, you have to go, like, I go by a rule. If you're 2-1 before week 4, you're fine. If you're 0-2, you're fucked anyways.
Yeah. And two, and you nailed it. I mean, Manning's here. It's a new offense. They do need those reps with that play calling to sort of just establish a pace for not only the players, but for the coordinators, right? Yeah. Establish a tempo. See really where we're at, what we can do. And, this year they're making a big hype after the offensive line being back and being completely healthy. Yeah. Landon Ron had some surgery. And it should look a lot different this year.
Yeah.
You don't just walk outside and you're instantly different.
No,
you got to practice it, man.
Lane
So
Johnson
anyway,
gotta get those reps in. Speaking of right tackles,
everyone looks good in practice.
everybody looks good in practice.
Everyone looks good in practice.
One who looked good in preseason week number
Who looked
one.
good in preseason?
We don't ever talk about many Miami Hurricane players who ever played for the Eagles since Jerome Brown and maybe Jerome McDougal. Markel Bell, baby, he looked great,
baby.
I know he played left tackle for the Canes. He looked really good on the right side, by the way. He looked really, even though it's against the Ravens, which we all know they've been known to have a great pass rush. This, and this. I know it's preseason week one. Markel Bell from the University of Miami. When Baldy starts spotting you out, week one after preseason, that's saying something, by the way.
Right, and here we go to sound like the hypocritical Duncan comment to shoot myself in the foot, but he is new to the team, new to the system, new to what's going on. He needs those reps. He needs to get out there. And when he was out there, you were getting what you expected out of him.
Yep.
Right. And that's important because going through that motion, going through the technique, having the speed of the NFL, having the speed of the players coming against you, for that type of individual, you need reps. You need reps. You need reps. Just like Landon Donovan needs it. Just like Lane Johnson needs reps. Just like, Fred Johnson, they all need reps.
Mm-hmm.
And you're making a big deal out of this kid now, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm going to make a big deal because he showed up and did exactly what he's supposed to do.
Wonder why we're hyping him up? Not because he practiced on Green Tree all summertime long, by the way, but he came in prepared and he's ready to go anyway. So I will see this. Alex Mirabal, the offensive line coach at University of Miami, trained that guy, developed him perfectly, by the way. And he looks like so far so good as a Philadelphia.
Right, touch wood, exactly, touch wood. Right. And that's too, you mentally work out all the kinks when you're out there. Now, okay, well, everyone else are veterans, blah, blah. I get that, but I'd rather figure out there's an issue now than later on.
I go by this. We've had a great right tackle, the backup for a while anyway, since can I say Todd Harriman at least?
Yeah, I was going to say, you think about the guys that played right tackle for this team over the past couple of years.
John Runyon back in the day, Todd
Harriman's. This is what the team is built on, and specifically this year, get ready, Eagles fans. This is going to be a run-heavy offense. It should be a run-heavy offense.
Yes, and get ready for not ring the bell.
Don't ring the bell.
Don't ring the bell, but get ready to ring the bell for Markel Bell when he gets some pancakes ready.
That's right.
On that offensive line. So I'm excited. I don't get really hyped up for many Miami Hurricanes, but I get to see his development from being a Miami Hurricane when I've been down here for 4 years. So it's really awesome to see the Eagles get one Miami Hurricane anyways. We get that swagger, that green tree attitude, So
that's right, man.
So I'm really excited for that. We all know, I don't know what the status for Lane Johnson is for week one, if he's ready to go. But if Markel Bell's a rookie right tackle week one, I have expectations you're going to do well, but just don't. I know it's a growing process, people, but let me be excited anyways. I'm allowed to be excited for one thing anyway. So
well, and that's what you want when you draft a certain player or when you bring a player in from another team. You want them to fit. You want them to understand the offense or the defense. You want them to perform and do exactly what your quantified expectation is. You don't want to be out there
deer in headlights.
Deer in headlights. Okay. The moment's too big or this is too fast or I don't understand this, because when you hit the ground running in week one, it should be as efficient as possible, right? Yeah. Because efficiency is really what wins the NFL games. Am I more efficient in what I do on my side of the ball than you on your side of the ball? And you start taking things off back and forth, and they've got to gel, they got to come together. Practice is important. Preseason is important, but it's not important for the reasons that the media makes it out to be. Oh, look at that matchup. It's amazing. Oh, okay. I don't give a crap if the guy's a head case. Is he catching the ball?
Are we allowed to get on the Certains case yet or not?
Can we? Can we get there?
Malachi Lemon, where the fuck are you?
Malachi, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Are you there?
You know me. I hate USC wideouts and a lot of other things from USC.
Keyshawn Johnson, baby.
Who else was a wideout at USC? I can't think of any. Mike Williams, at least.
Mike Williams was out there.
I think of you when I think of USC. I think of Reggie Bush and anyone named Ray Luga, Clay Matthews, Brian Cushing, and Matt Liner at least. After wideouts, I've never seen the light of day for. Anyways, when you think about it, I think he's already soft. I could be fucking wrong, anyways, but I'm worried about him anyways because we hyped this motherfucker to be the next coming of so and so. Honestly, am I right?
Yeah, I mean Pittman Jr., Drake London, Amon St. Brown, they were all USC guys. You thought maybe he was going to be that mold because he was built sort of the same, has good hands, has that they say his breakaway speed or his speed after his catch. And listen, all of that is fine and well, and all the tape is amazing. I've been watching football now for longer than I care to remember, and college football players are good. The NFL
is a whole other story.
That's whole other story, man.
That's what I've always said. Like, I didn't want the Eagles to take a wide out in the round one. Like, I know you need one, but like, can we get? And I think that we need is offensive line help. Like, think about it. But this motherfucker, this thing better be good. He better be the second coming of Deshaun Jackson. If not, I already have problems with this fucking kid already.
Yeah, and like we said, 3-4 episodes ago, because of the departure of someone like AJ Brown, who's a bigger wide receiver, you kind of came down in size with Devontae and Lemon.
Yeah.
So where do you play him? Where do you line him up? What do you expect from him? Do you have a guy that's going to be able to get separation? Do you have that big tree trunk guy? Or are you basically going to turn yourself into, I'm going to go back in time here, a
can I guess?
Dolphin? Go ahead.
Guess?
Go ahead. Yeah,
are we going to use tight ends like it's like Fred Barnett, Keith Jackson, or Brent Selleck and LJ Smith and Brent Selleck and so at least?
Yeah. I think like you're gonna really heavily rely on this
two tight end set of
tight end set, and you're probably gonna throw dump passes out of it because you're asking them to block a lot for Saquon and Bigsby. What it reminds me right now of is a modern version of like the Marks, like the Clayton Duper down there for Miami.
We not compare a lot of things to Miami since this is not a Miami centric show.
In so much as the size of the receivers.
Could we just say Macklin and Deshaun at least? Just keep it on point.
Oh yeah, Macklin and Deshaun, that's good.
I like going with that more.
Macklin was a bigger guy though. He was.
But we hyped him up to be the next big thing anyway. So
yeah, I think he could have been. I don't know. Like I was always a big Jeremy Macklin fan. I wasn't disappointed with him.
I kind of was, and I was like, I expected more,
Yeah.
But the only thing I expected more was the best thing ever with him going after someone on Twitter about his degree, and the guy had to delete his account. By the way, all-time moment. By the way,
like I said, my biggest concern about the Eagles passing game is Devontae was used to AJ at least drawing coverage or creating space with his size. So Devontae was able to kind of sit down in little spots. Being the number one guy this year is going to be sort of a change for him.
Do you remember the Giant game that I raved about? The second Giant game? He looked really well as a number one wideout, and I was really proud. I'm like, that's my expectation. Like, he was perfect anyways, even though like the ball was distributed perfectly. I know it's New York Giants, but they looked good anyways.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what's going to have to happen, right? Like, well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to go too Patriot centric, whatever, but there's a lot of guys in NFL history that have made their money taking the big shots when they've been there, but taking what's in front of them more often than not.
Definitely. That's what I always want.
For what it's worth. And Jalen, listen, you can throw a great deep ball, but you got to see what's in front of you this year, and you got to hit it.
Just get a fucking crossing route, right? Or a slant for once for least. By the way, we don't do many words of the day. Would you like to know the word of the day is?
What is the word of the day?
Efficiency, by the way.
Look at this.
Yes. The Eagles need to be efficient on offense this year. And
word of the day. Word of the day.
Word of the day. Word of the day.
From a DP show, wasn't it?
No, they did Saturday, but we do word of the day.
Stat of the day.
Yeah. We're doing word of the day. I would like to do Spanish word of the day, but I know Craig Ferguson will go after us at least. Shout out to Craig Ferguson. If you know, you know. Anyways, if you know my humor, at least. So
great Scotch, great Scotsman there.
Yes,
it's some pretty fun shows late night, man. Like that was probably let's sidebar for a second. Him and Conan.
No, Conan, the Letterman leading into Craig Ferguson.
Yeah,
you had Conan. I think you had Leno too.
Yeah, they were still there. But I'm saying, like, he was probably, those two were probably like the last ones that, I'm not going to crap on the guys who are doing late night now, but
Who's even doing it now?
it's hysterical. Ferguson was hysterical, and Conan was his own little world. Yeah.
So a little funny thing about me, I got really bored one night. I was like, I hate whoever's on late night. I was flipping through the channels, like, let me look up like YouTube. Someone put all the archives of all the Craig Ferguson shows on YouTube, by the way.
Yeah.
And I was laughing for an hour. It's like, this is perfect anyway. So yay me at least. So
yay me.
Shout out. So I will, you know what, Craig Ferguson late night archive. That's another thing. That's not part of the show this week, but
we'll just reach out to Craig Ferguson and see what he's doing.
So I made a whole OG list back in the day when I started this podcast back in 2018. There's some people on there. It's like, shit, I maybe will get them possibly. So we'll see one day. Anyways, Eagles get the Patriots week 2. We don't care. They got the Bengals. Then they gotta get ready for 2 weeks in Washington. Can we talk about Jaden Daniels in number 5 with him going against LSU? By the way, he's an all-time dickhead of all times right now.
You know,
like we all thought Caleb Williams' parents was gonna be bad. Wow, we were wrong. Jaden Daniels' mom is even worse. Is she now the worst type of parent since Lindros's parents? By the way.
Oh man, you know, Mount Rushmore, right? Let's go off with the Mount Rushmore of parents meddling in their kids' lives. I'll start with the Ball family for $100.
Oh, that's a good one.
Right?
I think number 2, you have to go with the Lindros family.
Lindros family, yep.
I think 3.
Do we say Elway family? We say Elway family?
No, we can't make fun
Manning.
Of the Manning family. I like.
That's,
I have more.
That's that's sneaky. That's sneaky good.
Yes,
that's a sneaky good one.
I have more respect for John Elway than the Manning family, by the way. And 4.
Listen, I'm a complete Eli apologist, but that thing was a cluster from the very beginning.
I don't believe
you let me down right away. I hate Eli, by the way.
I know you do.
That's the one. There's a few New York Giants I hate.
Come on, you can't hate Eli.
Yes, I can.
I think the BS podcast thing the other day, not Simmons, the other one, BS acronyms. They were talking about, prime Eli Manning versus boom, 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 boom. And, listen, the numbers don't lie with Eli Manning.
He has a 500 quarterback record. Think about it.
So is Joe Namath.
Well, Joe Namath is only known for wearing pantyhose and winning Super Bowl fucking 3 anyways. What did he do after that?
Listen, Joe Namath came along at the right place at the right time. But if you ask me to name like NFL all-time great quarterbacks, you're very like there's a lot of people that go way ahead of Joe Namath. Way ahead of Joe Namath. I know people love him.
Brees is way far ahead of him.
Oh my gosh.
I hate saying Dan Marino right now because I think it's a curse word for me right now. Fuck Dan Marino. Because everyone wants to kill me. I was like, why do you hate Dan Marino? He's a loser. That's what he is. He smells and looks like a loser. And plus he went to Pitt anyway. So
he went to Pitt, yeah. Anyway, we're going off on it's a lot of Dolphin talk today, man. What the hell's going on?
Well, the Dolphins, they what's the word? The people are happy down here in Miami because there's low expectations, by the way, down here. They're thinking at least that's 4.5 wins. People are
under
saying
promise, over deliver.
That's Dolphin football for you. I kind of told this to people already. Like, hey, just watch the Hurricanes. At least they'll be more entertaining than the team on Sundays. At least, let's be honest here.
Under promise, over deliver, baby.
I know. They get really pissed and they can't get Arch Manning. Oh, another Manning. All right. Other than that, NFL. Jaden Higgins of the Texans tore his ACL. Am I right?
Ouch. Yep.
Ouch. Von Miller. Welcome back to the NFC East. You're a Dallas Cowboy, by the way.
You are a Dallas Cowboy. Okay.
Say the word.
No, good.
You're back home. You're back home in Texas. Congratulations.
Yeah. Enjoy, Von. Good guy. Hey, good guy. Great at his peak. Trying to get squeeze the last juice out of the orange, so to say.
Squeezed out.
But
Buffalo squeezed the last of it. But the Rams squeezed the last of it, by the way. He was perfect. Like he should have retired the same time as Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald's about coming back to play. I don't like it. Like, dude, you're fine. Anyways.
Aaron Donald coming back to play. Puka facing a whole bunch of legal stuff. Josh Jacobs has got the world lined up against him right now in Green Bay.
I haven't even paid attention to the NFC North. Really, that's how
Yeah,
bad.
so Josh Jacobs had a big domestic thing that was going on.
Oh, lovely.
Couple felony charges, was arrested. Day later, all the charges were dropped. But we know that Roger and Troy and everybody up in New York love to get in there and investigate, give their own little punishment handed down. And
Yes.
there's going to be something that comes from it because Puka now on his issue, it's twice. Somebody said he hit him.
Puka's becoming an idiot, by the way.
Then he was running his mouth. Yeah,
I was not. I was very bullish of him. I was like, I don't trust this kid. He's that evil look.
Amazing physical talent, amazing receiver. But yeah, it's
you can't trust him.
It would be good if he would just step back a little bit. Just step back.
When Juju Smith-Schuster was doing all the bullshit during 2019-20, doing all the fucking TikToks.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happened when you don't. This is what happened when you rely on TikTok too much and hanging out with too many fucking influencers, and streamers.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a bad thing to have, anyways.
It's a bad thing.
Kyler Murray is named starter for the Minnesota Vikings, by the way. So
okay,
we have not played this in a minute. So you got your starter, by the way. I'm ready to say this. God, the Vikings can't find a quarterback since Dante Culpepper or Ken Stabler. Am I reaching on Culpepper at least?
No, you're not reaching on Culpepper. I think the best guy that they brought in off the street was when Randall went back out there.
Yes, Randall's been the best one they've ever had.
Lighting it up. He was lighting it up, man. I'm really,
Can we make fun of Schefter too of this? He sounded so sad that J.J. McCarthy was not named the starter for the Minnesota Vikings.
That's Michigan men love right there. I was going to bring that up. We're talking about another. We're going to talk about another Michigan man alumni's offspring a little bit later in the program. But yeah, I was super duper kind of taken aback that Minnesota, after all the hoopla, after all the talk, after all the JJ, second coming, blah 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 blah, we're going to let Darnold go. Okay, here's Murray. Now you're handing the keys to Murray.
Yeah.
The only thing that you're going to get out of that is what I'm expecting from Kyler Murray in Minnesota, if he's healthy. Remember when Justin Fields first had his little taste of offense, and they kind of just said, "Hey, just go ahead and play your game." And
when he went to Chicago, and he looked horrible. He looked horrible versus Cleveland.
Horrible.
I remember watching that game like, this is awful football. Mm-hmm. Then he looked great against an 0-3 or 0-4 Lions team.
Right, like he got to run around a little bit. He got to make a little, jukey throw here, jukey throw there. So he's going to have Jefferson to go through. He's going to have Hawkinson's their tight end to bail him out. Addison's dealing with his own little rap right now. But I'm expecting a little uptick from Kyler Murray. But listen, people, I've said this since day one.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is not going to be in the MVP conversation.
No,
he should have played baseball. He's He's not that guy. He's not that guy. This isn't going to be a Drew Brees going from the Chargers to the Saints second coming. It's not. No, it's not.
No, or Chad Pennington from the Jets to the Dolphins.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be like that, man. It's not going to be like that. And he's going to have 2 or 3 games, probably maybe 3 or 4 games this year where he goes like 275, 300 with like a pair of tutties and 40 some yards rushing or whatever, and like, it's amazing, he's great. No. Listen, people, pow pow poo poo to your head, game on the line. You line up across from him, and I've got Caleb Williams versus Kyler Murray. Sorry, buddy.
Ooh, sorry. That's what I gotta say. I don't want to talk about those two.
I don't care if you got Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase on the other side. I'm good.
You know what I'm gonna say? Ooh, don't let me think about that NFC North matchup between the Bears and the Vikings. That's when I wrote 2 people to lose at the same time. Anyways, sorry, Viking fans. I give you a lot of props for this one. I'm not saying, but by the way, am I allowed to say that they reached again like he's Christian Ponder?
Dude.
Remember, I smelled that from the start. Like, this dude smells like Christian Ponder, at least.
Yep.
I don't like to pound my table anyways. Yeah. But I will right now. Your boy was right, by the way. I don't even care if he lights up the fuck. I don't care if Kyler Murray gets benched and McCarthy's the new starter and he lights it up anyways. Like, I don't care. He still smells like fucking Christian pop. I still believe in that. So that's why. So you won't be hearing that horn a lot from any. You won't be hearing that horn a lot for first downs, anyways. So
All right.
that's why.
No.
All right, let's
Moving
get to
on.
college football talk. Carter
Let's do it.
Freeman, he joins us. Fox 4 DFW. Also, Music's on Music. I follow it, by the way, because I like to find some new music to listen to for my gym playlist or when I want to go in the car. He made fun of Tyga recently, making a whole 80s pop album over off AI, by the way. So you definitely should subscribe to that thing, by the way. So, Carter Freeman, whoosh.